Hello, my name is Gemma Fairclough-Haynes and I'm from Orchard Employment Law. Today we're going to be talking to you about the COVID restrictions lifting and what that means for you as employers. May also help you employees too.
So Gemma, what rules are in place?
Well, the COVID rules are varying from country to country within the UK, but certainly in England from the 24th of February, all self-isolate and COVID restrictions will be lifted, even if you have tested positive for COVID.
And so what about SSP?
So SSP, or Statutory Sick Pay, is a statutory entitlement, that's a legal entitlement to sick pay. Usually, an employee would get this from day 4 of being off sick continuously. That means days 1 to 3 are usually unpaid. What we did see, however, is that any COVID-related illnesses meant that employees could get statutory sick pay from days 1 to 3. To help employers out, the government gave them a statutory sick pay rebate for days 1 to 3, but we know that that is ending in March. That means that there'll be no entitlement to statutory sick pay for days 1 to 3 from the 17th of March. But of course, like with any other illness-related absence, you'll be entitled to it from day 4.
And what about CSP?
So we've spoken about statutory sick pay, which is the legal requirement, and it's a minimum pay from days 4 onwards. Company sick pay, however, is a benefit which is offered by some but not all employers. Now, if you as a business or if your employer offers company sick pay, check those rules, check the contract, check the policies, and we should be following those accordingly.
And so, should employees come to work even if they have COVID?
Well, the truth is, people really shouldn't be working if they're unwell in general. Let's think about it, whether it's COVID or something else. We don't want people to spread their germs. It can make other staff members feel uncomfortable. It can affect your service users. It can affect productivity. And actually, presenteeism isn't a good thing. If people are unwell, they generally need to rest to improve. So it's a matter for you, but I'd say give it some serious thought. So in the latest COVID briefing, Boris Johnson said that COVID testing, that's the lateral flow test, wouldn't be free indefinitely. They're going to have a cost. As an employer, that means that you might not be able to insist that employees are having to test for COVID, especially if they have to pay. Nothing to stop you purchasing them for yourselves though, and asking your employees to test. Do remember though, it's up to them whether or not they share their personal data with you.
And so, what should I be doing now?
Well, right now, I think you really need to take some time to think about what it is that you want to convey and what you want to achieve. And once you've done that, get something in place, either a policy or an email or a memo. Communicate to your staff. Let them know whether or not you'll be continuing with self-isolation. Let them know whether you'll be paying them, and certainly keep all of the things that we've learned in place. We've learned some really good things about sanitizing, hand washing, ventilation, and just in general, respecting one another's personal space and not sharing our germs if we're feeling unwell. So let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater and keep all those great things that we've learned in place.
And what about further info?
If you do require further information, as ever, you can contact us at www.orchardemploymentlaw.co.uk.